Hello and welcome to Beyond the Rift. I'm your host, Demon Machine. We'll be talking about all sorts of things: League of Legends, Diablo 3,
Yes.
Dota 2
League of
today,
Legends.
and
Dota.
we have a special guest with us, Forecourt Jester, as you can see in the top left. Tell everybody hello.
Hey there, guys. What's up? How's it going? Thanks for having me here. It's been a real good time getting out my hat. It's been a while.
Good, good. Glad you're having a blast thus far. We're just kind of getting started. Everybody's finally getting done. My wife is busy trying to have a baby, so we're gonna try and hold off as long as we can until we get the show done. So I guess everybody else say hello to. We have our normal kind of crew: Vaniel, Rebel Zero, and Tank. Don't everybody jump at once.
Folks.
Alrighty. So I guess first thing on our discussions today is everybody's been talking about it. Dominion's coming out soon. Soon. Everybody loves the soon, and I'm still holding this drink. So did they give a specific release date, or did they just say it's soon? Anybody?
They actually said, well, they said it was going to be soon, but they also said that soon in this case doesn't mean, down the road 6 months from now. They actually said that people are going to be able to play it later this month, and then near the beginning of the month, they're hoping to have it out by the beginning of September. So, I mean, and judging from the videos that they've shown, it looks really good already.
Yeah, I really am very interested in it. One thing I kind of want to gripe about is a lot of people are complaining about how its game style came from... What was the other MOBA that just did that?
Bloodline Champions
yeah,
has a
that's
conquest mode. It's very similar, but World of Warcraft has a Wrathy Basin. I mean, Capture the Point is not a new
Yeah, it's not a
concept.
new concept. It was in Battlefield 1942 back in 2002. Matt and I, or Revel and I, played that a ton. So, it's... I don't like all the people ragging on League because they're like, they stole it from Bloodline Champions. Well, they stole it from somebody else. So everybody's stealing ideas from everybody else. So chill out. Other than that, I really can't wait to play it. It looks quite interesting. It'll really change the entire makeup of the game and how people approach it, because it's a completely different playstyle. So, it'll be interesting.
Well, it'll probably shift some of the different hero priorities. Like, maybe team fights aren't going to be super big, but the one-on-one hero mentality, like buffing out, the one-on-one kind of situation, that might become the new priority. We're going to see new guides coming out, new rune setups, new masteries, just to kind of, go with that mentality. So, I mean, that's what we kind of saw with the Bloodline Champions. Like, they're very centered around 3-on-3, but you can have up to 5-on-5 conquest. And it's the same idea. Like, the big guys that can do big damage, tank damage, and self-heal, they were very powerful, as opposed to, like, only heals or only damage, because they could outlast that. So we might see something of a shift. I don't know what it might do for a competitive scene. There'll probably be tournaments centered around it, but I don't think they're going to shift past that to this to this new platform. I think their competitive will very likely stay balanced around 5 versus 5, just normal. And what are they going to call normal now? Just 5v5.
I guess just Summoner's Rift. Yeah, you might just call it, Summoner's Rift. But I just can't wait to play it. Vanya, you got any particular opinion on it?
I mean, like Forecourt Jester said, I think that it's going to stay about the same. People are saying it's going to open up new possibilities for champions that are underutilized right now. I think that's true in some cases. I think that champions like Soraka might be a little bit more effective, but at the same time, I still see tanky DPS being the most dominating type of champion, even in the that type of play. I mean, I don't think it's going to change much.
Okay. Tank, any opinion?
It's going to be fun. I'm interested to see what the gameplay will be like.
Revel?
From what I can tell from the media, like, everyone's there having a blast. I haven't heard anything terrible about it yet. But, again, it was just released.
Yeah. It was just released. The thought of it was just released.
Yeah.
I guess we could... Well, I mean, everybody can go to YouTube and see the League of Legends behind-the-scenes gameplay trailer, which is actually it's a much more in-depth video of the whole thing, so if you just saw the trailer, the behind-the-scenes thing will really help out. And I'm echoing at somebody. Revel, you're echoing.
Yeah, I'm working on it. My mic was muted this whole time, so it didn't pick up on the whole...
It
it'll
should self-correct after a minute or three.
I think one other thing that should be said is that they're aiming for these to be 20 to 25 minutes long.
Yeah.
And you're actually going to start at level 3 with a good size of gold. I heard it's something like 1,300 gold or something like that. So that should, right at the beginning, make some champions pretty damn effective.
Yeah, that's one thing I really wanted to point out, was that it'll be a really good thing for people like me as a gamer, because as most of my audience knows, I have 3 children, so having tons of free time to play games as much as I want to is not an option. So I like to make lots of small games works better than 2, hour-and-a-half games or 2-hour-long games. It can be kind of frustrating when I want to play League of Legends, and so I get on a 5 versus 5, and it takes 45 minutes, and it's 11:30, so I got to go to bed in 30 minutes, so it's not enough time to start another game, but I want to play some more. It's annoying crap like that. So the shorter game time will be excellent, and I look forward to that very much. And it'll really help actually with the competitive scene, because you can cram in more games, you can have better best of 3s, make them more effective, and have less... I really wonder how the champion selection is going to work in this. Does anybody know anything about the champion selection by chance?
I would assume it's the same as ranked, the Drowning Bath.
I was going to say, would it be all the blocking of, etc.? Because that's one of the irritating things about the broadcasting League of Legends currently, is you can take 20 minutes to set up a game.
Tell me about it, buddy.
And so that's one thing that I would really wish a lot of people trying to do the tournament scene would say, all right, you guys can see who you're going up against next. I need a list of who you're going to pick. You guys do the, crap, I forgot what it's called all of a sudden. When you pick, block,
Ban?
Yes, that's it, ban. Thank you.
There you go.
Pick bans. You can get your pick bans done before you even need to get on in time to play. So, like, when you win your game or lose your game, the team you're going up against, you guys do your pick bans, so that way by the time it's time to play, you just come on and give me your list, and there we go. And if you deviate from the list, you're disqualified. It seems like a reasonable thing. And, my shirt really blends in with my chair, so I am just a neck today.
Oh, it's not that bad.
Really? Okay,
You have
good.
a sexy neck.
It is a sexy neck.
Turtle.
So, well, I guess that does it for the Dominion. Anybody else have any last thoughts on that? Any particular opinion they really have to get out there?
It'll be awesome.
Yeah, it will be fun. It will
It'll be
fun.
different, which will be great.
So we're going to discuss some of the patch notes as of late. As the patch notes were just released yesterday at 4:39 p.m. What time zone do they pick?
Probably Pacific.
Yeah, they're located
based
in California.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got
If
some
you're
new
wondering about game company and time zone, probably Pacific.
Silicon Valley, baby.
Yeah,
so they
man.
released Skarner, the Crystal Vanguard, to the bat.
I hear it's very shiny there.
Yes, they released Skarner. It says it right there. I'm assuming he's actually available to play yet.
I've heard that he is.
Okay, good.
He is now, yes.
Excellent. Anybody tried him yet?
I
take that as
bought
a no.
him. I went into a just like a custom game to see how he was. Or, I'm sorry, co-op versus AI. Of course, somebody auto-locked him, so there was no way I could try him out. But he looks pretty cool. The new Tark skin looks cool. I will say that.
Cool.
But Skarner, he looks pretty awesome. I mean, I haven't played him, so I don't know if OP or not. It's too soon to tell. I think once people start playing him and finding out what build works best for him,
What
be
he
able to
can
have a
and
better
can't do.
answer for you. Right? I am still disappointed that you can't impel somebody and then recall back to the base, but hey.
Let's see. What are some other big things that were fixed in this? Anybody notice any huge patch things like Fiddlesticks? He has quite a bit of notes here. His basic attack projectile speed was increased from 1750 to it was increased. I hate how they write that. Oh my god! They write it in the most bass-backwards way possible. It was increased to 1750 from 1500. Why can't you just tell me it was increased, not it was increased from here? That's irritating.
It's to some people that's very important information.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
It's percentage-wise and all that joyous stuff.
But
Yeah,
that's
I thought the fiddlesticks nerfs were a little excessive, to be honest with you. I don't think that I don't think that he was overpowered at all. I think changing the amount of spell vamp, or changing the way the hex tech worked, with the spell vamp being a unique passive instead of being able to stack it, I think that took care of him right there. But instead, they decided to increase the cooldown of his sphere, reduce the damage of his dark wind. I just think it was unneeded.
I see that Leona has quite a bit here. Also, I heard that they were going to be giving her a kind of a buff this patch, and so her Daybreak cooldown was reduced. Her Zenith Blade cost was reduced. Any particular opinions on those? Anybody? Take your time.
I thought they were delicious, personally.
I still think she's going to be an underwhelming tank.
Yeah. I mean, she has her moments, and she can be hard to kill, but yeah.
She's just not that good.
Yeah,
Well, she's not bad. She's not bad.
I've never been overly impressed.
Mediocre can count for things sometimes. So
Yeah.
True.
I think they just tried to give her a little bit more tankiness and everything. Overall, I mean, they needed to change her a little bit, but I don't really think they did enough.
And, I mean, it's not like people are going to say, holy shit, it's Leona, everybody run for your lives. I mean, that's good. You're not going to be that huge of a target beyond you're someone that can die, and, well, that's what you do. But
Yeah.
One thing I've noticed is that anything that makes you jump to a target will now make you try and auto-attack them as well.
that's really, really amazing.
Speaking of running for your life, Pantheon, oh my gosh, he got buffed.
Oh man.
The changes that they made to him it really feels like the old Pantheon now, and I'm really loving it. They reduced the cooldown on his Heartstreaker strike and increased the base damage, and goodness, I've seen him in a couple games since patch, and he just wrecks people. It's ridiculous.
Oh, do tell.
He needed it, though. I mean, to be honest, he was one of those melee carries that was billed as being, this powerful melee carry, and he would just get crushed late game. And the problem with Pantheon is that he was always very powerful early game, but then he tapered off so much late game that he just wasn't a very good pick. But I think with these changes, they gave him sort of like a happy medium to where he's going to be effective all game, and I really think that's a positive thing. The other champion that I think they did a really good job on was Nasus. Making his Wither, they removed the half-second ramp up for his ground AoE, and they made it so that his Wither, his slow, actually will do the entire slow, even if they have tenacity. So it'll reduce the duration of the slow, but it will still have the gradual increasing slow. It'll just slow them faster.
I'm all about the slow and faster.
Yeah.
I was just browsing over the patch notes here, and I do like that they made some adjustments on how the death kill. That reading is not my forte a lot of the times.
No, it really isn't. Especially tonight, you're like, death, kill, ooh, look, it's shiny distraction.
MDK, bitches! Anyway, on how the death and kill streaks work. That basically dying to a non-champion no longer resets your kill streak or increases your death streak, and assists now reduce but not reset the death streaks. So that's pretty interesting.
That is interesting.
It is interesting. So, like, when you die to a minion, you won't lose. You don't
For
lose
example,
a chance
if you try to Baron and you're on a killing spree,
yeah,
and you die to him, you don't lose your killing spree.
So that way the other team can kill you and get that bonus from the killing spree kill, so to speak.
Yeah, they did it for two reasons. One was because of all the supports that they had that never really got any kills, but they supported their team so much and got so many assists that the opposing team would still want to focus them down so that they could kill the enemy team, but killing them wouldn't really get them any gold. So it was sort of like one of those positive and negative things. That's one of the reasons. The second reason I think